is my place, and I am welcome.
And good morning. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Here I am. Good morning, all of you beautiful Unity people. It is so wonderful to come together and join with you in sharing the love of God. Thank you for choosing to make your Sunday, to spend your Sunday here with us. I'd like to start with a little confession. I'm a morning meditator. I never used to be, but I have included that into my morning practice now, and I really do enjoy the benefits. I find that it does create a special connection with me and my divine, and it has helped me to then tune in better to that wisdom within. It was just the other day when I was lying in bed, ready to get up, that the voice inside me said to me, why don't we have coffee first, then we'll meditate? And I thought about that and thought, not such a bad idea. However, the wisdom within spoke up and said, why not God first and then coffee? God first, coffee after. So that's how my morning started. And I went directly to my prayer chair and I meditated, because it's the right thing for me to do to connect in with that inner wisdom. Okay, so I want to thank you. Thank you for showing up today, for choosing to make your Sunday here with us. Know that your presence here makes a valuable difference in the lives of so many. I want to thank you for listening to that still small voice within, that wisdom that says, come, come, come and be fishers of men. Come, come, come and hear the message that was meant for you to hear. Come, come, come and be the message, be the light for someone else today through your presence, through your thoughts, through your prayers, through your words. You make a vital difference. There's no mistake that you are here by divine appointment, not by coincidence. You followed the guidance of your still small voice, and you opted to be here today because your presence is divine, and it leads you to the right and perfect places for you to give and receive a blessing. Because you know that we're more than just these bodies, these physical bodies. We are a mental body, we're an emotional body, we're a spiritual body. And within our bodies, we are encoded with that spark of divine Christ within. And it is uniquely you. It is like a light bulb, really, isn't it? In Matthew 5:14, it states, you are the light of the world. And you may pass that off as just insignificant, but truly, being the light is much more significant than you really know. In fact, when you see it written so many times in the Bible, then you know that this has the deeper meaning. So I looked it up, and look what I found. In John 8:12, it says, I am the light of the world. In John 9:5, while I am in the world, I am the light of the world. And in Isaiah 60 verse 1, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. So you see, you are inherently bestowed with this gift of light. And you may think to yourself, okay, that's great, I'm the light. What's that really mean? Well, let's dive in and look at it a little more closely, shall we? So when we look at, let's say, the sun being the metaphor for God, when we look at light, we see it as an absence of darkness. So when we see light, we have clarity, we have warmth emanating from the sun, from the light. And through that light, there is growth inherently, right? We are here and thriving because of that sun that is shining every day. But let's take that even a little bit deeper. The light is really the wisdom. It is within you. It is brilliant. It is intelligent. It is all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present. And so knowing, as we do, that God is all-knowing and we are a part of God, that must mean that we have knowledge too, that we are wise. Knowing that God is all-powerful, that must mean that we have power too. We have strength. And knowing that God is everywhere present must mean that we too can be in other places with our thoughts. So just take a moment with me to just close your eyes for a second and to breathe down into your belly and to think back for a moment to your family home. Walk in the front door and you're immediately there. Take a little tour through the kitchen or find your bedroom and you're immediately there with your thoughts. Now you can open your eyes. Cool, eh? So why do we like rainbows so much, right? Rainbows, I believe, are a reflection of who we are, because rainbows carry those 7 primary colors, right? From red to ultraviolet. And it is through this sequence that is identical to the chakra system that is within our bodies too. Red being the root chakra, and then the ultraviolet, the white light, being in our crown. So when we look at the rainbow, we are really looking at the colored vibration of our cells. That's why we love it so much. And look, I even found a picture with a double rainbow. Ooh. When I see something like that, I just get so excited. So we are the light. We are wisdom, we are power, we are courage and strength, and we beam that out to the world every day, every minute of every day. We can't help it because that is intrinsically who we are. So how are you beaming today? How are you beaming? And it's a bit of a play on words here, because we know that we're more than physical bodies. We are mental and emotional, and we're spiritual. And as we beam ourselves, it's as if we're a rose, and the rose beams out the fragrance of a rose. It cannot beam out the fragrance of a lilac. It cannot be. It only can emanate its own subtle, beautiful fragrance. Isn't that beautiful? So when you're beaming, you are extending that part of who you are. This is your I am presence expanding out to the universe. And it goes really far, folks. You're really powerful. And I think that right now in this day and time, we are only on the leading moment of really the possibility of where we can be. We are just figuring that out now. It's wonderful to experience the duality sometimes, and sometimes it's not, is it? Because we run that gamut of emotions. But we are bright, shiny lights shining on this earth, aren't we? We're like light bulbs. And if you were to fly up above the earth and to look down upon the earth, I'll bet you would see all kinds of light bulbs shining away, right? An array of beautiful light produced by the multitude of all those beings in that place. Each and every being carries their own unique light with them, and the light that is within you is streaming out like this light bulb. Isn't it gorgeous? See, you have a choice in how you wish to beam today. And I'm sure that through the experiences that you've garnered over the past year, that you have become stronger through this, better for this, and you are expressing that unique God force energy that is you. Charles Fillmore, co-creator of Unity, said, "Be still and turn within to the great source." He knew about the wisdom within. In the Bible, it states the Christ in you, the hope of glory. You are the glory. And of course, my talk title, Go Within or Go Without. The wisdom within is kind of like our GPS system. Now, there's no coincidence that our GPS that was initially invented turned out to be Global Positioning System. But in Unity circles, we have understood it to mean God's positioning system. It's really important to know that each and every person has that wisdom within that loves them, supports them, and guides them, no matter what path they're on, right? No matter what they've done in the past, no matter what they're thinking about for the future, they've got it too. There's no denying that fact. In fact, your GPS knows you better than your hairdresser does. Do you remember that old commercial on TV? Only your hairdresser knows for sure. Well, your GPS knows you better than that. I have a story for you, actually. I was on vacation in Collingwood with my husband. And one morning, we decided to take a hike in the woods. It was a beautiful morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and there was rocks, trees, and water. I was basically in my element. And as we were hiking along for a while, it was very enjoyable until I came to the point that I realized, oh, we're lost. And it was not a good feeling. For you see, I felt the fear bubble up inside me. And I know that a solution cannot be solved in an environment of fear. So my logical reasoning mind said to me, well, you have water to drink. You're okay there. You have someone to keep you company. So you're not alone. And you started out early in the morning. So there's plenty of daylight still left to figure this out. So that comforted me. And I continued on the walk as we tried to find our way out. And that worked for a while, but then the fear started to creep up inside me again. I didn't like this. However, all of a sudden, I heard within me the lyrics and the melody to a song that I had heard on the radio. Now, let me read you some of the lyrics, and maybe you can guess the song. The words that I heard on that walk, because you are not alone, I'm always there with you, and we'll get lost together till the light comes pouring through. Because when you feel like you're done and the darkness has won, babe, you're not lost. When your world's crashing down and you can't bear the cross, I said, baby, you're not lost. Can you guess who that was? You said, Michael Bublé, you're right, and the song was Lost. So you can imagine, once I heard that song, I had a little smile come to my face, and I realized that there would be a solution. God had my back. The wisdom within is within our children too. I'm a mother of 4, and when I started out being a mom, I never believed that. I used to think I had to do everything for them. I had to teach them everything because they didn't know. And then I discovered, because of my own trial and error and the fact that I was getting really exhausted trying to look after everybody, I discovered that they too had their own internal guidance system. And it was good, and it was right for them, and it was wise, and it was leading them into the right and perfect experiences for them to live and grow and evolve and expand just like me. And if I were to interfere in that, that would not help their growth, would it? You know what, folks? God doesn't make trash. I don't make trash. You don't make trash. So my children and your children are not trash. Let's just get that right now. So when we can, as human beings, release and let our children go to discover their own inherent abilities and talents through trial and error, then we give them such a great gift, don't we? Obviously, it's not easy. It's hard to watch them stumble, but truly, it is the best gift that we can give them, to offer love, compassion, and respect. and not worry so much, right? They're going to figure it out. Now, when my son was 19 years old, he had just finished high school, and he came to me in a moment of utter frustration. You see, he was deciding, what do I do with my life? Do I go to school? Do I go to this school? What do I study? Do I go to work? He didn't know. And he came to me in utter frustration one day, and he says, Mom, why can't you just be like other parents and tell me what to do? Well, as you can imagine, my heart expanded, and I felt so much love and compassion for this boy. And I said, honey, if you have your own internal GPS system, you have Christ within you, and you know what you need to do, tune within and you'll find the way. If I were to tell you what to do, you might take it and then you might resent me for it. Or you might not take it and then you'd say that, what does mom know anyway? So I need you, my dear son, to follow your own wisdom, and I will hold the space and the light for you. And I know that you'll figure this out. And you could always say, well, you know what, if you did tell him, then he might have not wasted so much of his time trying to figure things out. But truly, I truly believe that there is no wasted time in the universe. Everything has its own divine purpose. And just so you know, fast forward 6 years, the same boy is doing really well right now. Good news, right? As a mom, it always feels so much better. So the wisdom within also applies to our healing bodies, because health is our innate birthright, isn't it? Health is our natural state of being. Our bodies know exactly what they need to do to heal. When you get a cut, your body will heal. It just develops a scab and you're healed. You don't have to give it a manual. It just knows. In the Eric Butterworth book, Discover Your Power Within You, Eric writes this: man has a built-in capacity for health. This is the evidence of man's divinity. Now here he's quoting Charles Fillmore. He says, health, real health, is from within and does not have to be manufactured in the without. It is the normal condition of man, a condition true to the reality of his being. And that quote comes from the book, Keeping a True Lent. There is a divinity in man in which the whole and perfect activity of God, and which is the whole perfect activity of God. God's will is the ceaseless longing of the Creator working to perfect himself in that which he has created. There is an ever-present force for renewal. Isn't that inspiring to hear that? There is an ever-present force for renewal. God's not done with you yet. So how do we find that place within, to find that wisdom within? Well, people, it's real simple. You go to the breath. The breath is your lifeline to the divine. Your breath brings you back to yourself. Whenever you're feeling scattered or out there, feeling like you don't know what to do, breathe. And not just these shallow breaths, right? You've got to breathe into the belly, because that's your power center, right? Your solar plexus. You come home when you breathe. You come back to the one source when you breathe. And each breath that you take actually fans the flame that is within you. Forgot to show that one to you. I love that comic. So you stop, drop, and breathe, right? Honor those emotions that you're feeling within you at that time during the breath. Know that they are an inherent part of who you are, that we are human beings feeling everything, and the breath unites us back to the one. And of course, give thanks. Now, it's interesting how we do run the gamut of emotions as human beings. And this past year, boy, oh boy, I have felt so many emotions, from the most depths of despair into the highest amounts of glory and satisfaction. And in those times when I felt shame and blame and sadness, I was intuitively guided to turn into a small video by Tara Brach. Now, Tara Brach, I don't know if you know, but she is a mindfulness meditation expert. And she had this cute video that shared about her perspective on emotions. And she said that our emotions are a part of who we are, that they too belong. They're kind of like our warts and our shiny things. It's all of it. We're not just happy and go lucky the whole time, right? There are those dark times. And when we can honor them and love them and appreciate them with the eyes of compassion, then that will go much more further into loving ourselves and to soothing those areas where we feel really bad in that moment, right? And in the mindfulness meditation, she suggests that in the breathing and as the feelings of the darkness of shame and blame come up, just say to them, this too belongs. This too belongs. And it's interesting how, as I chose to do that, it started to soften. It didn't affect me as deeply. And then I was able to move back into affirmations. I am grateful. I am creative. I am lovable. And I am joyful, right? I just thought I had to share that with you because it is so important to appreciate all parts of us. In Release and Renew, the Lent booklet for Unity this year, it even says, if you are feeling fearful and abandoned, it is of utmost importance that you do not call these feelings wrong. They are to be moved through with perseverance and faith in all that is good or God. Appreciation and self-love, people, are the most important tools that you could ever nurture. Appreciation of yourself is the closest vibrational match to your divine light and that wisdom that you carry within. In closing, I would like to mention that the wisdom within you is natural. It is easy. It is a part of who you are. And when you take the time every morning, I invite you every morning just to sit down in your prayer chair and have that time with God first. Then you open up to a power greater than yourself and release the negative, irritating thoughts that may have you burdened. It is through those quiet moments that you then open your mind to the true wisdom within, which has been written in your hearts. And then you can go for coffee. So thank you. Thank you for showing up today and sharing your light. We're going to have a little music, and then I'll guide you through your meditation for this morning. Thank you.
Settle back, close your eyes, free your mind, just be. Watch your breath come and go as it takes you out to sea. God is here loving you. Hear the oceans roar. trust replaces fear.
And so I invite you now to join with me in consciousness, closing your eyes if this feels comfortable for you, feeling your feet flat on the floor or seated cross-legged in your meditation cushion. And breathe. Let's dive in and do 3 deep cleansing breaths in, shall we? Breathing the first one in and allowing it to let go as a wave in the ocean. Second breath in, allowing it to expand even deeper into the cells of your body and letting that ease out too. And a third deep cleansing breath in, filling your heart and your mind with the goodness of God, joining your mind with God mind, your mind with God mind. And in this quiet place, this sacred space, we know all is well. And I invite you to turn within to your heart center and to see within there the pilot light of your soul, the small flame, the GPS, the God force energy, the divine light that is inherently you. And see this as you breathe, see the light start to expand. Expand out a little bit further, breathing in and out, igniting that flame and feeling that flame, seeing it expand to all the cells of your body, reaching out to your skin, your eyes, your hair, your feet. See your body aglow with the God force energy. It's beautiful. You may notice colors as well, or you may notice sound. It is good, it is God, it is all vibration, and it is you. Get to know you better. And as you breathe and relax and trust in the divine process, you can affirm right now that I can accept myself as I am. That I am the light of the world. Breathing in a little deeper still. I live my life shining for all to behold. Breathing in, I am wise. I am powerful. I am a unique expression in God, in whom God is well pleased. As I breathe in a little more, I feel that light within me expand out of my body and reach out even further into the universe, as far as I can allow it. Because it is infinite. It is me. It is beaming me. And I love all the parts of my body. I love it because it is me. And today I affirm God breathes through me. And knowing this truth, I easily tap into my wisdom. My inherent wisdom is there all the time, loving me, supporting me, and guiding me. The wisdom of the source of the universe flows through me and as me. In each moment of my life, I pause to remind myself of this truth. During moments of fear, the wisdom of God flows through me and I bring peace to the situation. During moments of confusion, the wisdom of God flows through me, and I am equipped to know what to do. During moments of unknowing, the wisdom of God flows through me, and I take the necessary actions. I live my life shining for all to behold, and I walk in the faith of God. Breathing in, being aware of breathing in, feeling it, filling your body. Letting it go with a big ah sound. Ah, that's it. And we release these words now to Spirit. It is done, complete. This or something better is made manifest right here, right now. And so it is, so let it be. Amen.
We are now surrounded and enfolded by the pure white light of Spirit. Nothing but good shall come to us, and only good shall go from us. Go forth in peace, love, and radiant joy. Amen.